The first phase is awareness. Awareness is so incredibly powerful. And awareness is really about checking in with yourself. It's about noticing when you're falling into patterns and habits. So it's really about taking back your consciousness. So, like I said before, most of the time, people aren't even conscious of what it is that's keeping them stuck. They attribute it to their circumstances. So they're going around trying to change their circumstances, but they don't look at what's going on within them. So the way that you can begin to cultivate your awareness is notice when you're really stressed out. Notice when you're feeling kind of at odds, when your shoulders are up to your ears, or you're clenching your teeth, or your fists, or you're really anxious. In those moments, ask yourself, what am I believing? What am I believing? Are you believing that if you don't get this right, bad things are going to happen? Are you more focused on the obstacles than on the possibilities? Are you in fear? What are you doing? Did you just say yes to something and you got that like little nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach? We tend to numb those feelings because they're not pleasant. But if you notice them and you become aware of what you're believing when they happen or what you're doing when they happen, you have just broken out of a state of unconsciousness. You have just broken out of autopilot. And the thing with awareness is you start to catch it, and then you begin to be aware of, oh, when I'm thinking that thought, I feel really lousy. Or when I'm focusing on that, whatever it is, or I'm doing whatever it is, I'm not very effective. Or I get myself into a problem. When I overthink that and I spend 2 days on something that really should have taken me 2 hours, yeah, that creates a real problem. What was I believing that led me to do that? Awareness is huge. So once you have awareness of what's necessarily not working and the pain that it's having, you automatically launch this vision. Now, you may not know exactly what the vision is, but sometimes when you know what you don't want, it creates an idea of what you do want. So even if at the very least, I don't want to stress myself out like that. I don't want to overcommit myself. I don't want to feel like I'm running myself ragged. The opposite of that starts to become your vision. I want to be able to say yes to things that are really important to me and learn to say no to things that are not. I want to have less stress in my work. I want to be able to go home at the end of the day and not be replaying a million different things and not be present with my husband, wife, kids, whoever, fill in the blank, dog, cat. That vision then automatically leashes questions. And the questions are, how could I do that? How could I do that? And the questions land as insights. And the insights come in the space between our thoughts. And the insights are like the quiet little voice that says, what if you did this? What if you did that? The insights come to you when you're not running a million miles an hour, completely preoccupied, totally in your head, stressed out about everything. They happen to you when you're driving and listening to music, or you're in the shower, or you're playing fetch with your dog, or you're throwing a ball around with your kid, or you're cooking, or I don't know, whatever it is you do. You're gardening, maybe not gardening now if you live in Phoenix, but you get the point. They come to you when you're doing something that allows you to have some space and some time. And we need to unlearn this thing of being so busy all the time that we don't let insights land. So again, in the Pinocchio Principle Unleashed program, we spend time on all of these things. A lot of time helping you recognize and become aware of what you're doing that's hurting you, creating a vision of what you could do that would lead you to a better place, and cultivating insight and allowing you to be reflective and to check in with yourself and to carve out the time to really begin connecting the dots, because the insights will tell you where the solution is. And it's going to be your solution. It's not the expert. It will allow you to become your own expert. The insights will tell you to do something different. The insights will tell you if what you were doing wasn't working, why don't you try this? And you know what? When you get an idea to do something different, that can be scary. It takes courage. You have to go out of your comfort zone. And it's really helpful when you're getting insights and actions to be in a group where there are other people who are going through that too, so that you can support each other through the fear and you can have some strategies. And then there's anchoring. So there's this really strong force that will lead you to pull back into old habits and patterns unless you begin to create something that anchors your new way of doing things. So sometimes that's about finding triggers. Sometimes that's about relearning. new habits. Sometimes it's about, again, noticing when you're falling into old things and having some kind of protocol for when you notice that, what you can do that is different. There's all kinds of tools and tips and techniques. There's a whole module on anchoring in the Pinocchio principle Unleashed. But these are the 5 phases.
Are you interested in unleashing your genius? Check out my 7-week leadership development program kicking off on Friday, September 20th at unleashtheextraordinary.com. This hybrid video-based and live program will allow you to break out of limiting habits and patterns and lead from a genius mindset. It's a compilation of approaches, techniques, and tools that my most successful executive coaching clients have utilized over the years. You'll learn to rise above stress and pressure and take your performance to the next level while enjoying your life more, both on and off the job. Save your seat at unleashtheextraordinary.com. Enroll with a friend and you'll both save $500. For group or alumni enrollment, email us at support@dianebolden.com.